Okay, we're gonna probably do two days in one because I didn't manage to do it yesterday because I just had a long day. I did go see Star Wars yesterday, so maybe we'll talk a little bit about Rise of the Skywalker. I've forgotten what the date is today. Well, it's the 19th yesterday, wasn't it? Because that was the day I went to see Star Wars, and so today must be the 20th. So we've got 19, that makes sense. We have 18 done somewhere. So there's 18 done. So bits and pieces are all over the show today. There's the car. So let's just do 19. I have no idea. It's probably going to be something to do with the snow sled thing, I think, by now. My finger's stuck. So it's back out again. And it's something that's not on the front of the box. It's like a secret mini stash. Maybe it is on the front of the box. I can't see it, so that's neat. It's something new and unexpected. It's like a safe with gold bars in it. It's a bit more substantial. I'm going to have to on because I've just been watching too many movies and doing bits and pieces slowly. So gold bar things. I can't think of words. So yeah, I did see Star Wars yesterday, like early in the morning. On the day that it opened because I like to do that kind of stuff. I enjoyed it. I can see it's going to be very divisive as a film. But like I always think it's like I don't take Star Wars that seriously. It's like something you enjoy, and I do enjoy like the greater universe of Star Wars. But I always sort of regard the main movies as being a bit silly. Like when you go back and watch the original ones, they're a bit silly. So yeah, it had its moments. Some parts were kind of annoying, but some parts were fun. And I felt it was an okay end to the whole thing. And I was happy with it. I feel like I don't want to watch any more of the Skywalker trilogy for quite a while. I think the Star Wars universe needs to continue on with things like Rogue One and The Mandalorian. Not that I've seen The Mandalorian, but I think that's going the way it's supposed to go. So this piece here, this is a bit tricky because you can't see this in the picture. I don't even know you can see the picture on the camera, but that piece has to go, I assume, like this. And that answers the question of how this thing fits on the top. So yeah, it was fun. I had fun watching it. So I feel like there's like having two little containers is a lot of space for two gold bars. But I mean, two gold. Like, why did you not get an extra freebie gold bar? Because they've been giving away some freebies with all of these other little tiny things. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Sorry, I was just watching another movie. I was also watching Detective Pikachu tonight. So finally nailed that one on the head. Yeah, it was good. And what did I watch? Yeah, oh no, I think I already mentioned I watched Hobbs and Shaw. So I must have watched that. Hobbs and Shaw's. It's a very hard thing to say over and over again. I'm trying to think who the philosopher who might be Shaw. Who is Shaw? I've forgotten what they do. Because Hobbes and Locke and all that kind of stuff. They're all just names of philosophers. But anyway, and then that was basically another Ryan Reynolds film to watch Detective Pikachu because Ryan Reynolds is in Hobbs and Shaw. It should have been in Star Wars, so that would have been funny. Okay, so that was day 19. That was actually fun. That was quite a good day. Look at that. It's a very strange little mini box thing. We just sort of have to sit there and turn it each way, and I guess it has to sit that way. It's a very big knob for a combination lock on your safe. But I'm pretty sure these hardened criminals, wherever they went, because they've fallen in here somewhere, although they're behind the box. These are definitely the safe cracking type of criminals. So, oh, they fell down the hole too. He's got two crowbars. He doesn't need to actually crack to know how to crack the safe. He can just use his crowbars. Because that's how safe works. Safes work. They are completely and utterly vulnerable to red, in particular, red crowbars. Do they come in any other colour? Like I assume they do. Like I'm pretty sure I've got a black one somewhere. Like I feel like I should have a black one somewhere, or a grey one. I can't imagine there are any other colours, because I think a yellow one or a green one would just be a bit ridiculous. I have a crowbar, and I can't remember what colour it is. I think it's black and grey. That was a cough. Sorry, I'm just yawning. I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon. I'm definitely doing 2 of these in one video. This is a tiny screwdriver that I got today in the mail with a replacement battery for a Nintendo DS Lite. So, if you're wondering why I have a tiny screwdriver, I bought this off AliExpress. So I'm going to see, because I have a couple of DS Lites. I mean, by a couple I mean I think 5 now. And most of them don't seem to have very good batteries, so I'm going to bought another one. Because they're getting on a bit, but you can play Pokemon games on them. Old school Pokemon games, not old school Pokemon games. I thought at the end of Detective Pikachu, hold on, let's just decide, I haven't actually seen what's inside of here, I didn't really pay good attention. So, part of the snow, this is going to be the snow sled thing. Yeah, at the end of Detective Pikachu in the credits, they start off by showing like a stylized version, not a stylized version, like the original Pokemon game on the Game Boy. Hey, I was right. There you go. And I thought maybe what they could do is just go through showing like the game as it evolves over time throughout the credits. But I don't think they did that. They might have. I might not have actually paid attention enough to the later parts of the credits. So I just paid attention to the start of the credits. Okay, so it is the snow, what are these things called? Snowmobile. Alright. Hey, and I almost thought for a second that was a new piece, but it's not. It's actually made the standard way. So, and those are good, those are useful pieces, because you can kind of make them into skis for people. So if we put that one there, if you don't want to make a snow thingy, you actually can make skis for your minifigure, but we're not going to do that. We're going to make the snow, and they give you a spare one of those. Like you can already see, they give you a spare one of these things, but they don't give you a spare gold bar. Now that's a bit disappointing. Priorities, Lego. So let's just make this quick. Well, we can pretty much see how this goes. That goes there, and this goes thus. And then, oh, I don't know how. Oh, I almost dropped it in the thing, but that's okay. That's a spare. Well, I dropped him in the in the bin. So this can go here. This can go here. And oh, hold on. This is more complicated than I thought. I think I'm intentionally making it more complicated. I like to do that. And then this one goes on the front. But that's not the whole thing, right? So this must be a 2-day job. Is it the whole thing? Like that doesn't quite look like it's finished. So I hope it is more than 1 day. So let's have a look. No, that probably is the whole thing. I guess that makes sense, but you're looking at this upside down. Yeah, that looks like the picture. I just thought there might be like something on the back. Well, let's just see what they look like when you put the minifigure person in it. And they're like, how are you going to drive that with all your crowbars? You can't go snowmobiling without 2 crowbars. Alright. If you live in a very, very rough snow-covered neighborhood. So they're going to go that way and that way. So that was fun. The car is better. the car's better. So that car was fun. So now we've got 4 days left. So we have to kind of predict. So we have one thing that wasn't on the front cover, which is the safe. Turning this around. Oh, well, there is a hint for it, right? There's a hint because there's the gold bars. Did we get the axe with the fisherman? I think we did. So there's a dog. There's another hint. So if we go by this, those are a hint for the things you didn't see. That's a hint for a thing you don't see. We've got Santa on the last day. So we've got 3 days. One of those days is going to include a dog. And then other stuff that's not on the front. And I'm going to cough. This is definitely a very noisy video with my body, I guess, with coughing and yawning. But that was interesting. More than I wasn't expecting that safe. I'm gonna say that was completely out of the blue. But I don't. The only thing is that axe. Did we get the axe? I'm just gonna have a quick look. Is there an axe in here somewhere? Yeah, there is an axe in there. Okay, so we've got an axe in there. So that's probably not another hint for anything else. I could just look at the back. That's not really giving. Well, you could look at that side bit there, but I'm not going to go through and do that. So we'll just leave it for a mystery for tomorrow. So I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. So we'll find out, because that's going to be like a complete surprise. Well, apart from the dog, but cool. Thanks for watching. I think you should just go see Star Wars, and just remember, it's not meant to be that serious. And you know, it's just, I think they did try too hard to wrap up too many things and put it all together. And also it kind of reminds me of something else, but I'm not going to say anything other than that until like many weeks down the line, when everybody has had a chance to watch it if they so wish. So goodbye.